Hi, everybody. Let me type. Hello. Hello, everyone. Well, I have my phone. I need to make sure that this is a pop up live. So, yeah, surprise live. Surprise. Let me make sure everything is working right, like there's no technical issues. Okay. Okay. Hope you all are doing well. I wanted to come on here for a few minutes, just a few minutes, giving you guys a few minutes to come in. This was a surprise live, and I have to sneeze. Hold on. Let me mute this. I have to sneeze. Joy Dick. Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me, Marcus? Don't tell me I had the the mic on mute. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Oh, can you hear me now? Okay. I had the mic on mute. Insane. Um, but yes, thank you guys for letting me know that. See, y'all got me, okay? Because look, I decided to do this pop-up live at the last. I like to do them surprisingly on the public channel. Now I do go live over in Patreon. Um, and I let the Patreon members know ahead of time that I'm going live. But whenever I come live on the YouTube channel now, I just kind of do a surprise live just to see if anybody's around and just to chat. So like I said, this live is we're going to just be checking in with the Beat Inflation Challenge. It was something that I gave away for free about 2 weeks ago, and over 150 of you downloaded it. So I'm glad that you guys took advantage of that because inflation is very real. You know, your sis has been talking about inflation for the past since last year. I've been talking about it since last year. So I'm glad that you guys took advantage of that. And just check in if you had any questions about the housing market. So that's why I came on live to answer questions about the Beat Inflation Challenge, see how you guys were doing, and to answer any housing market type of questions. And I do have some tea right here because I'm going through it with the post nasal drip and the allergies. I mean, where I live, you see how I'm dressed. We still have what they call spring winters. So it's technically spring, but it doesn't feel like it here. I mean, 50 degrees. I had my coat on today, so it's cold out here to me. I'm the type of person that would have a sweater on in the summertime because the conditioner be like too cold for me. So yeah. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, Andrea. I'm glad that you guys can hear me. Hi, Chris. Welcome, welcome. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Welcome. Come on in. Pop up. Welcome. I see 13 of you came in. So, like I said, hi, Paula. Welcome. So, like I said, I wanted to come on, just do a pop up live, answer any questions you guys may have about inflation or the Beat Inflation Challenge or the housing market. Like I said, I've been talking about the housing market a lot recently. As you guys know, we are trying to buy our fourth property or our third rental. So, it's been really busy for me behind the scenes. It's really crazy out here. I mean, you guys have been hearing about it, reading about it. I'm sure you've been watching different social media platforms or on the news. It's really crazy out here. And so whenever a house come on the market, I have my phone right here and I pull up the Redfin app and I make an appointment. That's who our realtor is, by the way, is through Redfin. And I've had really good experiences with Redfin as an app, using them as a mortgage broker. I love how fast Redfin responds. Like if your agent can't get you out to a property, I love the fact that they have associate agents that can take you. Literally, I'm up at like I'm an early bird, so I'm up at around I would say like 4:30, 5 a.m. I'm just an early bird, and I'll see a house, like houses pop on the market overnight. I'll check the app, a house will come on the market, and I can literally on my app schedule a time and an appointment to go see the house that morning with my agent. So I love the flexibility of Redfin. I love that it's quick. I love that they give a lot of the control to the buyer or yeah, to the buyer. Though the agent is there to help you, but I'm a hands-on person. I've always been. So yeah, I love that. Hi, Elaine. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Andrea says, whenever I move next, I'm going to be a first-time home buyer. Okay. And I'm terrified about this insanity. Yeah, girl, it's crazy out here. And remember, I have been saying since since last spring, okay? I have said countless times on this channel that I do not believe the housing market is going to crash. I know we all want it to crash, but we really have to kind of look at all of the analytics and all of the data because unfortunately, a lot of people can afford these homes that are out here right now. And so, in that video, the first home buying series video that I put out on the channel, I talk about some of the ways that my husband and I used to get our offer accepted last year, and the same thing we're doing for this year. And really just kind of, and it's hard, Andrea, because when you're buying a house, you should be excited and pumped and looking forward to it. But in this housing market, it's almost like you have to be more business-like. You have to go in with a strategy. You have to go in with a specific list of needs and wants and really stick to that and then move quickly because with the housing market, like sellers will get offers in literally that day. So I understand, sis. I understand. Chris says, I'm an early bird too. Yes, girl, I'm an early bird. I'm an early bird. I'm an early bird, y'all. Hi, Kim. Welcome, welcome. And so, yeah, I could tell you guys that one reason why I started that Beat Inflation Challenge was so that we can kind of get ahead of it, right? If we know it's coming, and I know that, the Fed have increased the interest rates hoping to curb it, but, I feel like we're too far up the road, not to turn back, but if there is any relief, it won't be a whole lot of relief. Like I know gas prices are falling right now. And let me know in the comment section the last price per gallon you saw of gas. Our gas went down a few more cents. It's now at 408. I put a video out, my home buying video. If you guys have not checked it out, please go on over and check it out because, it gives some good stuff in that video. And I share all of our numbers, like our closing costs and the cost of that we're using, our budget for buying this house and the appraisal and the inspection. So make sure you guys go and check out that video. Um, Paula says, saving for my first home now. I'm learning so much. Yes, girl, it is. We got to be strategic about it because if we're not, it's going to literally just pass us by because it's so competitive out here to buy a house. You go to an open house. Oh my goodness. So I'll tell you this. I prefer making a private appointment versus going to an open house. Why? Because when you go to an open house, there is like a line of people and their agents. So it almost can make it feel a little overwhelming. I mean, we hear that it's competitive, but when you see things like that, it like really brings it to home. Like, oh my goodness, there's a lot of people out here looking for homes. So I really prefer like going to Redfin, like I said, making an appointment and being able to go to a house, privately. I'll tell you this. We saw a house a couple days ago, and I don't know if Redfin or the seller is allowing this, but they double booked. So instead of just having like one, couple and their agent go into a home, they're now double booking so that like two separate parties can go in at the same time. Because they figure, well, while one party is touring the main floor, another party could be touring the upstairs. I didn't even know they started doing that, but it's just so that they can get more people into the property. Insane. Absolutely insane. Chris says yes, and don't let it get to you if you put in yes. If you put in 50 offers and your offer is still not accepted, and I know, and this it's easier said than done to like say, don't get discouraged because when you save up, you get your pre-approval, you've been doing a great job keeping your credit up, and you're excited. You're ready to embark on this next journey, and you just cannot get a breakthrough. It can be really hard and challenging. And I always try to tell people, step back. Sometimes you may need to take a break from it, and that is okay. But if you cannot take a break because you're kind of on a time crunch, you have a lease or something that's going on in your apartment or in your current living space where you got to get out, I try to tell people, and I shared this again in the last, not in the last, in the first housing video that I put in the series. I talked about how you have to really be strategic about it. So write 5 things down on an index card, 5 things that you absolutely need. Okay, whether it's a finished kitchen, updated kitchen, if you want somewhere to park, 5 things that you need, and stick to those 5 things only. And I try to tell people often to try to ignore the fluff. And it's really hard because I like fluff. Fluff is great, but fluff is like furniture and appliances. And you're noticing the paint and the pictures on the walls. And that's good, but it's not important. You really should be focused on the things that will make you happy when you move into this house. And also, you should be focused on the systems, okay? So, your HVACs, your plumbing, your electrical, your roofs, your foundations. Why? Like, try to find any leaks, try to find any settling, because that stuff will cost you thousands, like thousands of dollars plus a lot of stress. So I always try to tell people, don't get so focused on it's an ugly refrigerator or even flooring. That stuff you can replace. But if you go in and you don't really look at the systems, and keep in mind, a lot of people are foregoing inspections, but just because you don't include an inspection in your offer doesn't mean you cannot get one. So that's a misnomer about this, is that you can still get an inspection. You're just getting it for your own informational purposes. And inspections can be a little pricey, but I suggest that it's worth the money. Get the inspection done just for your peace of mind. I also talked about in that first video, and that's in this housing series, about a lot of contractors now are hiring themselves out. So they can go with you for part of the day to like line up all of your open houses up or line up all of your appointments to see homes and bring them with you. Like I said, you're gonna have to pay like a couple $100. But if you know you cannot get an inspection in your offer because the housing market is just too competitive, having someone knowledgeable there saying, "Oh, okay, the roof looks okay. You got about 10 years left. Okay, the plumbing looks pretty decent. You don't have to worry about anything right now. The foundation has this big crack in it. You may want to ask the seller about this." This is why having like somebody like a contractor, or even if you have a family member who's really knowledgeable of these types of things, bring them with you because then you can save time as well. Chris says yes, and don't let it get to you if you put in count. Yes, I read that one. The neighborhood and school system. Oh my goodness, that's very important to me because, as you guys know, we have a special needs son. So schools are extremely important to me. Probably it was probably one of the top tier things because he cannot just go to, I don't want to say, the normal classes. He's in special education. So he has, OT and speech and all these other types of therapies that he goes to between his classes. So having a good school district is like insanely important to me. Yeah. And so that's one of the reasons why I started that inflation challenge to help you get ahead. A lot of times, someone told me that they were doing the inflation challenge to get 1 month ahead on gas. And I thought that was so smart. I was like, yes, because look, I know gas is decreasing a little bit, but wait till like spring really gets here and wait until the dreaded summer gets here. So to get ahead on like I want to save $70 for my next fill up. So I don't have to worry about paying $7. I love you guys' ideas with this beat inflation challenge. Get 1 month ahead on your gas, okay? If you know you spend about $70 on gas, get 1 month ahead on your gas. Get 1 month ahead on your bills. Get 1 month ahead if you know you spend $500 a month in groceries. Let that be your goal. Let that be your aim with this beat inflation challenge. I mean, you literally can use it for anything. I talk about often that with me, I am really focused with this challenge on starting a garden. Um, when I tell you guys, one of the things that my kids love to eat is grapes. Grapes. They will eat the red seedless grapes, the green, the black, but grapes in the supermarket, in my supermarket at least, is 6.99 per pound. I don't know how much grapes cost. I don't know if any of you eat grapes, but my children love grapes. I used to love grapes. I don't eat them anymore, but my children love them. And so I just want to try to start a garden to help curb our costs on, spending during inflation by growing something, like growing some greens, maybe growing some strawberries or some peppers, because all that stuff, even like to eat healthy, right? They tell you to eat healthy, but they don't realize that, when it's 5.99 a pound and you're only getting two and you have a family of five and they eat like they eat, how can we not spend so much but still make sure our family have full bellies, right? So that's something that I am focused on when it comes to that challenge, is starting a garden. And I was watching the budget moms. She started a garden too, and it costs money to start a garden. I'll be honest, I was a little naive at first, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use this challenge to start a garden. Well, it's not that simple. You have to buy, or we have to buy, like my husband's going to build a garden beds out of wood. So we have to get the wood from Lowe's. The prices of wood have gone up. I mean, they've lowered a little bit, but they're still high. Then I have to get good soil and dirt. Then I need the shovel and all of the things needed to plant said veggies and fruits. And then I gotta buy said veggies and said fruits, for this garden. So it takes money to start. So this is why I'm, starting this stuff. And I also I was thinking of getting a deep freezer. I don't know if you guys have a deep freezer. And I know they've been out of stock for a long time, but I was thinking of getting a deep freezer as well. So like this is what I'm using the Beat Inflation Challenge for. Let's see. Paula says, you says there are a lot of housing development coming up in my area. Okay. For first time home buyers, new construction or resale homes, your opinion, please, and thanks. I'll be very, very honest with you, Paula. I have never owned a new construction. I live in the Northeast. We don't have a lot of like new construction going on. I think that's really big in the South and like in the Midwest, maybe. But where I live in the Northeast, a lot of the homes are already established and they've been established for decades. Rarely will you ever see a housing development. You will see like apartment buildings go up in condos, but rarely would you ever see like the big houses that you would see like in Texas or in Georgia. We don't have that up here, so I'm not familiar with that. But I do have friends who have bought, new builds and like the resales. I will tell you, it's pros and cons to both. From what I've heard, with new builds, they like the fact that they can really make it to their taste, right? They can go in and pick out everything, which I think is pretty awesome. I will tell you that a con is that I've been hearing is that a lot of the new builds are not built like the old school homes. Like a lot of the new builds are not just built as well as how they were 20 years ago, 30 years ago. The stone brick, if a tornado come through, that the house would not move, it would not budge. These were like solid homes, whereas a lot of the new builds I've been hearing, they're not built the best, right? So there's pros and cons to both. All of our homes are have already been built decades and decades. Let's see. Paula says yes, and you're saving for yes. Start. This is another way. I think a lot of times when people think about beating inflation, they think of investing, and I'll be honest with you guys, investing is the best way to beat inflation. Inflation, I think, has risen. They said 7.2% or 8% or something like that. I honestly believe that inflation is around the 15 to 20% mark. So if you are just saving money, you're not getting, a big of a return back. You're not beating inflation. And so investing is the best way. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's the best way. That's why I talk about it so much on this channel. Get started. You don't have to start with, these big amounts, $1 a day. We're doing this investing challenge. $1 a day. And I hope you guys are doing well with April's investing challenge. I just got to do this plug. um, we are investing in Realty Income, which is a monthly paying dividend company. I just talked about this over in Patreon. If you want to join that, link is somewhere in one of my description boxes of my videos. And then we're also investing in the Vanguard Real Estate ETF. So you can get started. You don't have to invest with a whole lot of money. But outside of investing, there are other ways that you can beat inflation. I am a believer that paying off debt is a huge way to beat inflation, especially if you are paying anything 10% or higher. So if you have credit cards, car loans, personal loans, the dreaded payday loans, try to get that stuff knocked out. Why? Because it's actually costing you more to keep that debt every day. Okay, remember, interest accrues every single day. And with the Fed increasing interest rate and you have an adjustable rate, your payment is going to go up. So try to get those paid off. And yes, you are beating inflation that way, but also trying to get 1 month ahead on your groceries or your bills. That's another way that you can beat inflation. Starting a garden, right? I would love to be able to go out in my backyard and pick some strawberries versus going to my supermarket and paying $4.99 a pound for some strawberries that my kids could eat up in one sitting, right? So, yes. Great job, Paula. I'm proud of you, girl. Chris says, yes, grapes are high, and my daughter tries to eat them all the first day. Yes, I'm like, girl, those grapes, yeah, kids, they don't get it, and you want them to eat, you know, fruits and vegetables. You want them to eat good things, right? But the good things cost money. The junk food costs money too. So everything has gone up. Now we do have a farmer's market near me, so that's great. But even I'm noticing the farmer's market is starting to go up in their prices as well. So I think if I just spend the money up front, really lay out how I want to start this garden and even stock up, get the pantries going, guys, because food is going up every single day. I'm talking about like the basics, like your rice, your eggs, your orange juice, your pasta, like the basic stuff that was always cheap, the canned goods. Canned goods used to be super cheap back in the day. Tuna fish, peanut butter and jelly, cereal. All that stuff is expensive now. So stocking up on that type of stuff, getting them pantries going, I'm telling y'all, beating inflation. Let's see. Talk like a yes. Deep freezers are great for. Yes, get your chicken. And my supermarket have started to limit again. They've been doing this off and on, like limiting how much you could buy of meat. How much you can buy of meat. So I try to stock up when I can. Let's see. Andrea says seeds from Fuji. Oh, okay. You know what? That's a good point, girl. Because like apples or things like that, I could use those seeds to plant. Hey, Gab. Welcome, girl. Hope you're doing well. Saving with Vane. Hey, good afternoon. Welcome. You said, yes, strawberries are more expensive and my kids love them. Yes, yes. Oh my goodness. And organic. Now, I love to go to Whole Foods like I would say once a month because there are certain things from Whole Foods that just quality wise cannot be beat. Like seafood from Whole Foods, A1 quality. I love to get beef or steak from Whole Foods. I like to get steak like for special occasions, like for Easter, things like that. It's expensive, but Whole Foods quality is top notch, guys. Top notch. Drink some tea while I'm looking at comments. Yeah, yeah, it's it's expensive, right? To live nowadays. I mean, the four walls are expensive. And I know someone had asked me about, please forgive me guys for clearing my throat. That's why I have tea, postnasal drip, allergies. I mean, if you know what I'm going through, because you've been through it, y'all already know. March and April is like, ugh. But I do take Zyrtex and Claritin. So, I'm getting through it. I'm getting through it, but tea helps me. Chris says, y'all making me hungry. Girl, I'm telling you, like, the junk food is expensive. The healthy food is expensive. Like, your basic necessities are expensive. So, I know that we've been cutting back on the quantity. So, I'm one of them people that when I feed people, I feed people. Like, you're not going to walk away from my house hungry. You may walk away with taking a plate home. I mean, I cook in big like quantities. I've just always been like that. I've got that from my mom. She like girlfriend will make the big aluminum pans of food and it's just like six of us. But I had to cut back on the quantity just to make it stretch a little longer. Now I will not put water in milk or anything, but like with meat, with the starches. Now I won't cut back on the vegetables because that's really important, the fruits and vegetables, but like the meats and things like that, just make it stretch because right now with our grocery bill, we're about 800, $900 a month. I watch some of the really great ladies on YouTube who are really good at with the coupons and stuff. But oh my goodness, sometimes things go wrong with these coupons. Sometimes it's just it just doesn't work out sometimes. Um, the lifestyle by budgeting. I'm reading your comment while I'm sipping my tea. I see like my cup. See Walt Disney World. Love Disney. Okay, I love Whole Foods. I'm guilty sometimes going there because I know they're cheaper stores, but I can't help the good stuff. I'm girl, you and me both, because quality with certain things, like there's certain things I will not buy the generic brand on. And that's another way you could use the inflation challenge because there's certain brands to me that are worth every single penny. For me, Tide is worth every single penny because I have two very active young boys who are starting to have, like smelly body odor. And Tide has just been something that I grew up with. Tide is just one of them things you spend the money on because it works. So I understand what you're saying, sis, because certain things work. Now I could get like a like extra or something like that. I do like all sometimes, but when I'm washing the kids' clothes, I need I need certain things. And it pains me to put the Tide in the car because now Tide is like 16.99. 16.99 for them things. But it works and I don't want my kids being funky in school, right? So I just use that. So I 100% agree. I used to feel guilty. I don't now because it's something that we need and we use. So that's the key, right? If you're buying anything, if it's something that bring purpose to your life, I don't really focus too much on the dollar because if I buy something that doesn't work, I'm actually wasting money and tearing up the clothing, if that makes sense. And so I just rather get the good stuff and it helps the clothes last longer because clothes are expensive. My 11-year-old wears a size 7 in men's now. He's transitioned to men's. He's 11. And I'm a big fan of Nike. My husband is a big fan of Nike. So that's another thing. Like we buy Nikes in this household. Nikes easily for men is $150 easy. So another way to get ahead, like shoes and clothes, like this is how we can beat inflation because we know, goodness gracious, can you imagine what the prices of some of this stuff is going to cost when it's time to buy for back to school? And we already know they try to trick you, like giving you 50 cents crayons, but the books where you got to get like a zillion books, you got to get specific books, those are expensive, or just like the calculators that my daughter has to have. So like getting caught up ahead on that type of stuff now will help you. So yeah, girl, yes. Um, Saving with Veins says I'm reading your comment while I'm sipping my tea. I've been seeing those videos too about the food shortages. I've actually been seeing it. Like sometimes I don't try to give into a lot of sensationalism because a lot of people put stuff out online to kind of put fear out there. I'm just being real. I don't even watch like the news. I'm looking at my TV. Y'all can't see it, but I don't watch the news. I read the news because with the news, I can go to certain websites and I can just read what I need to know, and that's it. A lot of times on TV, it's so like amped and sensationalized that I get lost in the emotion versus really like understanding what they are saying. So, but I have been seeing the shortages myself. So I am in agreement. I do believe there are shortages. I will say that as long as the supply chains are backed up, I start to see a little bit more come on the shelf, but there's still shortages. I mean, they're still out there. But I've been hearing that in I think it was Shanghai, my husband said a couple days ago, they started to close things back down. And you guys know everything that happens over there usually follows over here after a while. So stocking up. That's why I was just talking about that deep freezer. I was talking to someone back up. That deep freezer, just like getting extra chicken, meat, vegetables, frozen fruit, even like some of the fun stuff like ice cream and different things like that, just to put in the freezer, get caught up, stocked up, because especially if you're about to go into spring break or the summertime with kids home and they will eat you out of a house and home, like, get caught up with that because it's crazy. You said yes, you've noticed some shelves. Wow, empty. Now I don't go to Walmart a whole lot. I'm a Target girl, but even in the Target that I go to, I've been noticing the same thing. Like they've been pushing up the product like to the edge of the shelf, but when you look behind it, it's nothing. It's nothing. Chris says, "Ha ha ha! Come on, you got to put that water in that milk." I have put water in ketchup before. I have done that, sis. Mm-hmm. Yes. Generic is not for everybody. I'll say generic is not for everything. That's what you meant. I'm sorry. I said generic not for everybody. That's what I meant to say. Generic is not for everything. I don't mind generic brands, but certain things I just have to get the name brand. It just works for me, me and my family. But yeah, I mean, tell me if you guys are using that inflation challenge. What are you using it for? Like, is it to get caught up on your bills, to pay off debt? Maybe, let me see, invest in companies that you go to every week. So if you're going through a Dunkin' Donuts is traded on the stock market. You're going through a Starbucks is traded on the stock market. Did you guys know that? You love ordering from Amazon. If you've had a package from Amazon this week, you should be investing at least $1 into Amazon. These are ways that we could get caught up and not just caught up, but stay ahead of the rate of inflation. And it'll help you get comfortable with investing because there's a lot of fear around it. I really try to make it investing to seem not so scary. And by the way, Tasha over at Mind Your Money, she did a really good walkthrough of the investing workbook that I have. So you guys know I created an investing workbook. It is 100% digital. There is no physical copies. There is one big reason why I did not do a physical copy, and that's because I want you to get used to investing digitally because you cannot invest holding physical cash in your hand. I do love the fact that you can use prop money as a visual, but a lot of people will put money in an envelope, real money in an envelope to invest and leave it there. They don't actually invest it. So that's one main reason why I did not make a physical version of the book because I want you to get used to investing the money electronically. This is all digital, okay? And so, but yes, Tasha did a really great walkthrough of that workbook. I mean, really detailed, and I love how she did it. And I wanted you guys to see that it's very beginner friendly. That's why I took so much time. I had several people look at it before I even launched it, okay? Because I wanted to make sure I wasn't being too technical and too advanced. Super beginner friendly, okay, guys? Everything everywhere says we live. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I agree. Yes, I absolutely. Uh, I just can't. I'll be honest with you guys. Like, I don't even watch like a whole lot of stuff about politics because it's just like I said. I read the news and keep it moving because it's just too much foolishness. My time and my mental space is very precious to me, y'all. It's very precious to me. So I don't waste a lot of time doing it. And what I do fill my time up is with things like this. You see this? I'm going live with Tasha the last Thursday of this month. That's the 28th of April. We're going to be going live and I'm going to be interviewing her about her book. See, this is what I like to fill my time up doing, or I like to watch documentaries. I love to listen to podcasts. I love looking into forums. Why? Because it's really helping me to grow here versus really killing all my brain cells watching mindless things, over. And the thing about TV and reality shows too is that they talk about the same thing over and over and over again. And I feel like I waste a lot of my time where I could be really kind of going to the next level, if that makes sense. So yeah. Chris says my mom is using it. She wants to get into budgeting and investing with me. Oh, she's so cute. That's so. You know what? I love the fact that you guys can talk about money like that because it's rare, girl. It's rare. I don't talk like that with my mother. Yeah. Family and money, no bueno. My husband knows that I have a channel. A couple people, I would say like maybe less than 5 people in my family know I have a channel, and they are like really to themselves. Um, but nobody in my family know I have a channel, and they don't need to know because they're not really interested anyway. They're not really. They are about living their life, and they're not thinking about anything like that. So no, I don't do that, Chris, but I'm glad that you guys, because that is so awesome. I would love to be able to do that. And that's why I talk about money with my daughter. We are open book. We talk about giving, we talk about investing, we talk about college, and we're talking to her about what she's looking at to study in college and making sure that she explore her options, really talking to her about finding an area to pursue that will pay her well, right? Because you don't want to go to college and go through all that time or get student loans and don't have a degree that can pay you what you want, or you're not really passionate about it. So we really talk to her about money in general. It's really, really important. She has, by the way, my daughter has a Amex Gold card. She's under me and my husband's account. She has her own brokerage account with Fidelity. She has a Fidelity Youth account. So I talked about that in my investment for kids video. I have a playlist, guys, on my channel. So go through the playlist if you want, just to kind of get caught up on different types of investing. But she does have a Fidelity Youth account. We have an investing account for her. She has a savings account, checking account, just to get the kids started, really help her to understand how to fill out a check, how to swipe her card, how to, make sure she doesn't charge her card, because anything she charged comes out of her bank account, not ours, hers. And what we can do is like limit the amount she spends. But this is all teaching her, right? Because we want her to go into the real world understanding how to manage her money, how to view money, how to make money work for her versus the other way around. Uh the Christian budgeter. Hey girl. I need to read the news instead of watch it. Yes, girl, I I read the news. I don't watch it. I don't watch it. Cannot, will not. It's just too stressful. And they talk about the same thing over and over and over again. No, thank you. Paula says that is so funny. None of my family and friends know I have a chat. They, you know what? I don't even know if they even watch it. I mean, they may watch it to be like news, like what y'all got, what y'all got. But at the end of the day, it's no, no. Um. So yeah, I'm with you there, Paula. I'm with you. Hey Tina. Hi, Investy Besties. Welcome, welcome. Paula says, you are right. Some people just don't want to hear it. And you are right. Like some people, and you know what? I've learned the hard way to not force it. Like if I try to, and I'm talking about with my family and even on, internet, whatever. I really do try to make the topic of money or finance very, very approachable, very down to earth. That's one reason I show like literally our accounts. I'm showing you guys all our business so that you can see that if you take the stigma away from money, you can really view money as a tool instead of you being a slave to it. No, my money is a slave to my husband and myself. We check in on it. We demand to know what our money is doing. We want to know how much it has risen or grown. We want to know what it's doing over there, over there, over there. I mean, we require check-ins from our money via portfolio updates, via net worth, via paying off debt. Those types of things are all contributing to that mindset. So, yeah, girl. Yes, 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 yes. I don't force it on people. And I know I'm not the likeliest person to talk about like finance. I mean, type in investing for goodness sake. Type it into YouTube. You're not going to see me come up. But that doesn't mean that I should stop. And I know that me posting this content has helped a lot of you guys. So I continue to do it and just, if I can inspire one person to go ahead and really change their mindset, not just on money, but to actually help them to see it grow, to see what their money can do, then I consider that a job well done, because it's about changing the face of wealth. It's about breaking generational curses. It's about really helping us to win with money. Because look, Social Security, if it's around, it's still not going to be enough. So we want to make sure that we put ourselves in the best position possible now to stay ahead of the curve or inflation, right? Let's see. Tina says, my son will be 16 in September. What should I do with the checking account? So I will say the easiest way for you to start, Tina, is just get a sub account under yourself. Okay. So we use Amex. So we got a custodial account with Amex under us for my daughter. So the great thing about it is that parents have a lot of control. So we can put limitations on how much she spend a day. So she's just not swiping, swiping, swiping. I get alerts so I know when she goes to stop at a store. I don't talk to her about it all the time, like why you go to Wawa, why you go here. But just really letting her have that freedom with all of the knowledge that we've been giving her so that she can see and learn on her own, because one day we're not going to be there. So I would suggest you go just whatever bank you're with, whatever company you're with, just open up a sub account under yourself. That's all. Because they won't be able to open one on their own because they're not 18 or older yet. And she uses Amex. One reason why I do like Amex, by the way, is that because it's like a charge card. So you have to pay it in full every month. So I want my daughter to get used to paying her bills in full every month, not carrying any balances. Let's see. Saving with Vane says, yes, I remember seeing that video for, yes. Hi, Nicole. Welcome. Hi, Erica. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Erica says, I agree. The news is way too stressful. So is social media. Yes, that's why my Twitter feed is full of puppies and sports. That's so funny, but that's true. I don't have Twitter. I don't have Facebook. I have Instagram. I have YouTube, and I'm on TikTok, but I have some videos on there that some of them have gone viral a little bit, but I don't post on TikTok consistently. TikTok is for the young kids, the youngins, or maybe some of, my peers, but I'm like capped sometimes with just YouTube and Instagram. And I'm the same way, girl. Like my YouTube feed, my Instagram feed is full of finance, like stuff that's going to help edify, help me to grow ourselves and our finances. It's not like a bunch of reality shows and like foolishness. I'm just being honest with you guys. Maybe it's age. I mean, I'm 37. Maybe it's age. No, it's just foolishness. I don't want my feet full of it. Let's see. Denise says, yes, me, you have inspired me. Oh, I'm glad, Denise. Thank you so much. Thank you. See, I'm trying. Vane says, you have inspired me. Oh, thank you so much. You're ready to start investing this month. Woohoo! Yes, I'm telling you guys, investing, when you see your money growing, when you get your first dividend, no matter how small, do not knock small dividends, okay? Small wins equal big wins. When you get your first 25 cents, I remember our first dividend, it was like 24, 25 cents. I was so happy. So when you see them 11 cents and them 25 cents and them 5 cents, celebrate that, because that's free money. I mean, at the end of the day, it's money. So just be consistent. No matter how small your amounts are, they do grow. I'm telling you, I'm a witness. I've been documenting, for example, the Robinhood account. If you go back to last year this time, and I have all the videos on the channel, you will see that that Robinhood account was at about $6,900. $6,900. I just been investing the same amount in every month. Same amount, about $600 to $800 in every month. Okay, so when you do the math, that does not equal almost a $25,000 account. That's just gains that have been doing that. The stock market has been doing that. So I try to tell people, try to remember what Warren Buffett is doing. Okay, the man has been around since the Stone Age. The man knows what he's talking about. He is very revered in the investing world. He has results, proven results. The man knows what he's talking about. He always says, be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. Right now, there's a lot of fear in the market. But if you are going into this with a plan, a strategy, and you're a knowledgeable investor, you have nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Um, Yes. Oh, thank you, girl. Yes, you've inspired me. I began my journey in making sure I invest in my 401k. It's not a whole lot, and that's okay, sis. But my job matches, so I'm starting. My next step is the Roth IRA for me. Yes, and then one day for you, baby. Look, let me tell you, sis. When we started our 401k a couple years back, it started with $100. Then we did it to $200. Then we slowly increased from there. So you don't have to jump in head first. Because when we first started, we were trying to get out of debt. We were just trying to pay off the debt. We just did not want the debt over our heads. So we just put a teeny bit into the 401k. And I always tell people, start there. I know the Roth is great, but if you get a match with your 401k, start there. Not financial advice. Y'all know how I do, but start there because you kind of getting like double the thing for one. Like if you're getting a match, put a little bit in because your company is going to match you. It's just start there. But I'm so proud of you, girl, because I know I've been there. I've been there. But if you're consistent, you never know what the future may hold. I would have never thought, I'm being real with you guys. I would have never thought in 7 years we would be millionaires. Never. But what it did is it set us up on the right track here because every time we got a bonus, look, I would have been on vacation somewhere or on the Louis Vuitton website. I'm just being with you. I'm being honest with you guys. You guys know I talk about our financial journey, how almost evicted. I got a bunch of purses, but I'm about to be on the street, right? But this had to change. And I'm telling you, if this did not change, once we started getting them tax refunds and the bonuses and the raises or whatever type of money we got in our hands, we would have wasted it. Oh, we would have wasted it. Would have had, clothes and shoes galore, but would have wasted it. Like, I'm just being real with y'all. So start slow, change this, and watch where you can be in just a year from now. Chris says, yes, I did that with my daughter with the capital one. Yes, see, yes, get them started. Get them started. Paula says, sorry, but I have to go and record. Okay, Paula, make sure you guys go and subscribe to Paula as well. Really enjoyed having you over here, sis. Thank you so much for being here. Christian Budgeter, thank you, sis. I really appreciate that. Hi, Tasha. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just talked about you, girl, about you doing the walkthrough of the investing workbook. Yes, again, guys, go follow Tasha. A lot of I've been talking about myself being the Oprah of the investing world, but yeah, that's my gal. Like how Oprah has her gal, that's my gal. That's Tasha. Chris says, "Girl, I got a $3 dividend." You were balling with your $3, girl. I'm telling you, don't knock the small dividends, right? Don't knock the small dividends, because look, Denise, you look 3 cents. Look, right? 3 cents. Do not knock the small stuff. I'm telling you guys. Andrew says, "Hey, Walmart." Oh, yeah, yeah. I just got the dividend too, Andrea. Yes, Walmart just paid out the dividend. So if you guys have been investing with us with this investing challenge, y'all should have got some dividends, okay? Because yes, Walmart did pay it out. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you. Yes. And on Sunday, my passive income and dividend video will come out. So I will talk about that more in there. But yes, I forgot about that. I have my phone here. Thank you for the reminder. Um, Andrea, thank you, girl. Thank you. Yes, yes. um, Denise, you said you got 3 cents the other day. Girl, be excited. Be excited. Tasha, you got $3 dividend? Oh, you were talking to Chris. You said you wanted to go live tonight, but your boys won't go to sleep. Tasha, I've been there. See, my kids are a little older now, so like they're kind of on like their own sleeping schedule. They're kind of self-managed. My youngest is 9. I've been there, Tasha. I've been there, girl. I've been there. I've been there. But your kids are sweet. So they're sweet. But I know sometimes it can be a handful when you're trying to talk on a live and trying to be mommy too. I know, but you handle it so well, Tasha. You handle it well. Gab says, y'all always get me so amped up to get Gab. It's I'm telling you, it's nothing like it. When you see your money working for you, like, and you see the $3 dividend, you see the 25 cents dividend, like I'm telling you guys, it's nothing like it. It really is nothing like it. Nothing like it. Tasha says I have to record my closeout tomorrow morning, so I'll let them stay up until 10 so they don't get up. Tasha, what? Tell me, why do children get up so early? See me? See me? When I was a kid, look, if nobody came in the room to wake me up, I wasn't getting up. My children will do the same thing. They will literally be up at the crack of dawn. Like, really? But, you know, we just got that's it's just motherhood, right? um Erica says, I've been watching, but I haven't started yet either. I'm trying to overcome my paralysis. I Let me tell you something, Erica, and Gab too, if you're on here, or just any of you who have been paralyzed with fear. I know what you're going through. I've been there. Let me just tell you, nobody in my family knew anything about the stock market or what investing was. I mean, for goodness sake, we didn't even talk about budgeting or anything like that. And every time money was brought up, in my family, it was always negative. Like, we got to pay this, or this about to get shut off, or I got to owe this money to this person, or this person owe me money. It was always negative. And what I try to do on the channel with the $1 challenge, I always try to tell people, can you afford to lose $1? I mean, most of us don't want to lose $1, but I mean, most of us would say yes. At the end of the month, let's just say April, $30. And then we think about, okay, well, we spend more than that on coffee. Let's just be honest, or going to the nail salon or the hair salon. And what I try to tell people is that if you invest that $1 a day into companies, I mean, if you put fear aside for a second, this is what helped me. I knew deep down that Target was not going anywhere, because between myself and a couple of other thousands of ladies out there, Target would be in business. Okay. Target would be in business and Target would make a profit. Okay. So I knew that Target wasn't going anywhere. Same thing with Amazon. I think Amazon, what really kind of got me on board is because every person I knew talked about Amazon. Every person that I came in contact with on a regular basis ordered from Amazon. So I got in my head like, okay, I can be a consumer and an owner. So if I know I'm going to go to the store because I'm ordering from them all the time, because I know there's other people ordering from them, that was enough to convince me to just get started with a little bit. You don't got to jump in with $100. You don't have to jump in with $20. Just $1, and just track it over the span of a month or two and see how much your $1 has risen. And then what it'll do is it'll motivate you to continue to expand your knowledge. Then you'll go out and you'll invest a little bit more. So a lot of times people think that they got to jump in with $500. And I don't know where that misconception came from. That's why I try to really talk about the $1 a day challenge so much, because you don't need a whole lot of money. If you are on Robinhood, you can put $1, $2, $5 into Amazon, into Microsoft. Are you watching this on your Apple phone? Now you know deep down inside, this is what helped me, like I said, deep down inside, I know Apple is not going anywhere. I see it on too many people's hands, the watch, people's hands, politicians' hands. I see it on teachers' hands at my kids' school. I see it on the police officers' hands. I see it on celebrities' hands. Apple Watches and the phone. I know Apple not going anywhere. So this is what helped me. It's like, okay, I could be a consumer if I'm using their products, and start there, Gab and Erica, and start with the things you use. Like, if you go to Dollar Tree's not going anywhere. You could be a consumer and an owner. That's what helped me. Uh Gwen says, when does O pay their dividend? They pay it every month. I have a dividend pending in Robinhood. I'm just pulling up the app real quick because I can actually tell you. But Realty Income pay every month. They are a monthly dividend payer. Okay. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. I love Realty Income. We talked about that in detail over in the dividends group on Patreon. I mean, I was breaking down that fund, okay? Breaking it down, breaking down the company. Okay. So the 18th of April is when it's scheduled to pay. I have it pending already in Robinhood. So that's one reason why I like Robinhood, guys, is because Robinhood will show you your pending dividends. Interactive brokers, M1 Finance, they make you wait until it's actually paid out. So you can't see it, but I have spreadsheets that will help me to see this stuff. But Robinhood will actually let you see them pending, which I actually think is a great thing. So that's when they pay it. Denise said, that's how my family is too. I started last month, invest $5 because that's all we could do. And I can't wait to invest the $30 at the end. Thank you. See, girls, this is how you do it, is taking small steps. I think a lot of times with social media and the internet, it's like you got to get rich quick. And this is not how you do it. 7 long years. I was 30 years old, okay? When I started, I'm 37. So, yeah. Uh yeah, Mind Your Money says, yes, you got an early bird. Yes. Yep. Hi, Budget with Dragons. Hi, Jaleesa. It's okay. It's okay. Welcome, girl. Welcome. Vane says, yes, they're always one. My 6-year-old wakes up almost every day at 6:30. Yes. Look, I'm one of the parents, and I know I may be the only one, but on Christmas Day, I'll tell them to go back. I'll tell them no, we're not opening presents until 9 a.m. I just went to bed. Wrap it up, y'all stuff. Mm-mm. Go back to bed. I'm sorry. I'm just, I'm sorry. Maybe it's age. Let's see. Andrea says, Gwen, 15? Yeah, 15th of the month. Yep, okay. Chris says, that's why I like using Acorn investments because you can round up your change. Oh, that's great, Chris. I didn't know that. I don't have Acorns, but I hear people talk about it often. I hear people talk about Ally too, and I really want to try Ally for the buckets. Um, but that'll probably be somewhere in the future. I'm so swamped right now with this house process. Like, that's why I came on live tonight because my next video isn't until Sunday. That's the passive income and dividend stuff. But yeah, I've just been like super duper busy. But yes, Acorns is definitely, I've been hearing good things about, and I want to also do. I want to try out Ally. I want to try out Ally. Gab says, yes, girl, I plan on setting up a session with you. Oh, thank you, Gab. Thank you. I can't wait to talk to you, sis. Super inspiring, guys. Gab, okay? She has this debt diary, which I told her, I said, it's so pretty. Like, she didn't just throw it together and, like it's just a diary. Like, it's so pleasing to look at. It makes you want to pay off debt. It makes you want to track your process because it's just aesthetically pleasing. And I love that she put that much thought into it. So yes, make sure you guys go subscribe to her. Tasha said, that's good. What about Macy's? Were you talking about as a company? One thing that my husband told me about Macy's that I did not know, this is kind of about investing, is that Macy's owns their buildings. I didn't know that. Like, I thought like with Target and Walmart, they pay rent to companies like Realty Income. But Macy's owns their buildings. I didn't know that. So I think that's why Macy's have been able to kind of stay afloat and kind of get through this pandemic. It's because they own their own building, real estate. So I didn't know that. Let's see what else. Hi, DC. Welcome, sis. You're not late. You're not late. Welcome to the party. Make sure y'all hit that like button for your investy bestie. So we're almost at 3,000 subscribers too. I don't even know where we are right now. YouTube will like push your subscribers up and then they'll take them away. They'll take like 10, 15 away. I'm like, that's why I don't really get too focused on the subscribers. Now, I love all my subscribers, but YouTube or the algorithm or something will take it away. But we're almost at 3,000 subscribers. So thank you to all of you who share the video or the channel, who refer it to your family and friends, who leave comments and likes, because that all helps the algorithm. I didn't know that, but it really does. So thank you guys so much. And I have a giveaway coming at 3,000 subscribers. So we're almost there. I'm hoping we can get there soon. Kiana says, girl, me too. I thought I was the only one. Like, go back to bed. Go back to bed. It's too early. It's too early. And I won't sleep until like 10 o'clock. But come on, y'all. Like 2 o'clock, really in the morning. I'm 37. I can't do that no more. Can't do that no more. Jaleesa says, I have small stocks at all the stores. That's how you do it, girl. That's how I started. Okay. I knew I was always up in Target, invest in Target, right? It made me feel a little bit better about overspending in there. I'm just being real with y'all. I'm just being real. Let's see. Okay, as a company to invest in, I'll tell you this. Um, I do not have any positions in Macy's for one big reason, and it's because when the pandemic first came on, because Macy's sells a lot of clothing and shoes, a lot of people weren't buying that. And I felt like, okay, if I'm going to put my money in a department store, I would have preferred Target or Walmart because in addition to clothes and shoes, they sell like they're going to always have customers coming there for food. Like I'll give you an example. This is so funny. I was in there finding or looking for a baby shower gift. But every time in Target, I'll have my little like onesie set and baby toy in the cart. But I will find my way in the home goods aisle. I'll find my way in the cereal aisle. I'll find my way over the electronics. So that's one reason why I like investing in places like Target and Walmart over like a standalone type of place like Macy's is because of the consumer habit. Because I know myself and I know that if I do this, maybe other shoppers will do the same. So what it does is that it'll increase the revenue of the company because now you're not just buying clothes and shoes, you're buying some cereal and you're buying some makeup and you're buying a picture for your wall and you're buying a movie for your kids, like that type of stuff. Yeah. Three more to hit. Yeah. Yes, Tasha, we're almost at 3,000 subscribers, but you know, YouTube, they do that. They do that to you, sis. They do that. They take it away, then they put it up, then they take it away. So yeah. Hi, Sandra. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Tasha. Please smash that like button. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chris. Yes, girl. And make sure y'all go subscribe to Chris too. Let me tell you, have told Chris this on a couple of occasions. I got post nasal drip, so y'all gonna hear me clear my throat. I'm sorry, guys. And I have my tea here. I've told Chris on several occasions, budgeting just because. Sometimes when you're on this financial journey, it can get really strenuous, right? It can be serious and feel like, you know, this is a tough journey. But having people like her who brings humor and makes it light and funny, there have been times where I've had, when I say a hard week, like a maddening week, and I'll turn on one of Chris's videos and the other Chris too. Oh my goodness. What's the other Chris? The twerking and working. Oh my goodness. I'm drawing a blank. Both the Chris's. Okay. I can't. I was just watching her video today. Somebody help me in the comments. Okay. With the other Chris, the twerking and working. Oh my goodness. I'm drawing a blank. Chris Budgets. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. See? Age 37. Don't blame me. And just to make you laugh, like to just I just be I'll be cracking up at her sometimes. Like, and so that's why I always talk about like budgeting just because like sometimes it can get hard. It can get tight on this journey. Sometimes you feel like giving up and you turn on somebody's videos and they'll have you laughing. Like Alicia over at Hands of Band. They'll have you just laughing through the whole video. I mean, just cracking up. Taylor Budgets with the memes. I mean, like it's too funny, okay? Like I'll put some like memes and stuff in my videos, but they got the timing down perfect. Okay. They are experts at what they do. And I love that. I love the diversity in this. Like, you know, where we have like the more numbers people like myself. Tasha's very much, you know, like a fellow numbers nerd like myself. We're into spreadsheets, but having that fun, like the memes and all of that, I just love it. I just love it. Jaleesa over at the Budgeting Dragon. I mean, just beautiful spirit, always happy and smiling. I mean, even when she's not feeling the best, just you can't help but just be like, just smile because she's laughing and stuff. That's what I love. Like, I just love that. I just love that. Yes. Welcome back, Desiree. Welcome back. Yes, Tasha, working and twerking. I'm telling you, I just love it. I love it. I love it. Yes, Chris is funny. Yes, her videos are so funny. Between her and Alicia, I'm telling you, they just have you cracking up, cracking up, cracking up. Yes, make sure y'all go subscribe to everyone here. But yeah, I just wanted to get on just to see how you guys were doing with the inflation challenge, trying to get caught up. Um, I now we have a second refrigerator in our house. I would love to get going back to the deep freezer. I think I'm thinking of getting it because I saw it in the store. And you guys know nowadays, if you see something in the store, you got to get it, especially like with a deep freezer because it may not be there when you go back to and I was in Lowe's to get some wooden blinds for our windows. But I was like, I'm like, it's you know how sometimes you can't rest because it was like you should have went and got it. You should have got it. That's what I'm thinking of doing and just going because it's like it's just things have gone up. And so we just are trying to just stock up, use that challenge to invest. Like if you have utility companies on the stock market, if you have your water companies on the stock market, if your employer is on the stock market, if the gasoline you put in your cars on the stock market, a great way to beat inflation, be a consumer and an owner, always, always, always works. And that's one reason why I love our picks for this month for the investing challenge is because Realty Income own a lot of the store, a lot of the buildings that the stores you go to. So if you go to Family Dollar, Walgreens, AMC movie theater, some of the Amazon warehouses are owned. The buildings are owned by Realty Income. Didn't know that, right? I'm telling you, the hole goes deep. The hole goes deep. Okay. I didn't know Realty Income owned that many properties, okay, buildings. And so, I'm all about that. I love it. I absolutely love it. Chris says, Chris Budgets is your twin. Girl, y'all be having me cracking up. Y'all be having me cracking up. Andrea says, I'm sorry, I missed your comment. I buy $5 of my grocery store stock every time. That's a great way to do it. I know D versus Debt do the same thing. I know a couple of you do the same thing where you will put a little bit of money into the places you go visit. I have that in the investing workbook as well. Like a dollar, $2, anywhere that you go during the week, the grocery store, that's a great way to get some of your money back, especially if you go into the grocery store, like Andrea said, and you spend $300 there a month. Like that's a great way to get some of your money back, especially if that company pays a dividend. I'm telling you, the best form of passive income is dividends. You are like, how you see the memes or the pictures of getting paid in your sleep? Dividends is literally getting paid for doing nothing. When I discovered how like much that is, like it's insane. I'll give you a hint. On the video coming Sunday, so far this year, we have about $545 maybe in dividends. And I don't track all of our accounts, just the main four ones. So you guys will see that compound interest. I know I had a video talking about compound interest that I did with Road to Fire like way back when, but compound interest, I mean, when your money makes money, you get that dividend reinvested right back into that position. Don't cash it out, get it invested right back into that position. You're increasing your share size in that position. So when that dividend pays out again, it's going to pay you more because your position now is bigger. Do you do this consistently? I'm telling you guys, you're going to see your money grow, especially if the company pays a dividend out every month. And keep in mind, guys, don't just invest in a company because it pays a good dividend. You want to make sure that they've been paying a dividend for years. Dividend aristocrats, they've been paying a dividend out for 25 years. Dividend kings, they've been paying out a dividend for 50 years. You want to make sure that the dividend increase. You want to look at the dividend payout ratio, the dividend yields. We talk all about this over in the dividend group. So you really want to do some research, is what I'm saying, on these companies because you want to get into a company that pays a dividend that will continue to do it and that will increase the dividend over time. Now, sometimes companies have to pause dividends, like Disney. They paused their dividend during the pandemic because they were really taking a hit. A lot of companies paused their dividends because when you're talking about theme parks, I mean, we all were on lockdown. We couldn't like go anywhere. So that's different. But like companies that just have cut their dividend altogether and all that, nah, I just don't do it. Let's see. Yes. Um, yes, thanks, Desiree. That's a good idea. Thank you. Yeah. So, did anybody else have any questions? I've been on here for over an hour. Did anybody have any questions? Dumb question alert. It's no such thing as a dumb question when it comes to investing and building and growing your money. Okay. No dumb question, Chris. What is the icon next to Desiree? Oh, those are my moderators. You want to be a moderator? I've tried to get a couple of moderators because I get bots in my comments a lot. That's why when I post videos on my YouTube channel, I hold all the comments. When I say the bots and the spam have gotten out of control, I don't know if you guys get that on your channel, but it's been like literally insane. Like absolutely insane. And a lot of people unfortunately fall for that. Now I do like try to put like don't fall for the spam and bots. And I do the best that I can, but I just hold all my comments now because they come in like a beast, like a monster. And they are just like the bots are just insane, and then they'll trick you. Like it'll leave a comment and I think, oh, this is like a regular comment, and then you got to look down at the bottom and then you'll see like a phone number, and I contracted Sandra. It's like, are you serious? And then what it does is when I'm not moderating, when I'm talking on these lives, I tend to just go. I try to look at the comments, but I'm looking at my camera just talking. And so sometimes I don't get it, and I don't, or sometimes nasty people get into the comment section, and you guys know I do the B&Bs. I bless and block with a quickness. I've done it before. We'll do it. Criticism, I'm good with that because you guys know I don't mind that. But drama, mess, bless and block in a heartbeat, like in a heartbeat. So, and I want moderators that will help me to do that, that's looking out for me and my best interest, because I'm trusting them to moderate all of the comments to help keep things on track, to engage and things like that. So, yeah, yeah, I have to make you a moderator if you want to be one, Chris. You said you want to be a part of the club? Okay, girl, let me hook you up. Let me hook you up. All right, now you're a moderator, girl. You a moderator, okay? Erica McClay, you want to be a moderator too? You all go. Y'all all go. If you want to be a moderator, that's fine. I don't mind, because what it does is it shows me that you guys care about, like, even something like the comment section or the chat, right? Because I'm telling you guys, I started the moderators mainly for the bots. I just got tired of them. Like, they just sneak in. They sneak in, they're stealth, and I just can't deal with it. I'm too old. I tell you all the time, I'm too old. um, but yeah, I think uh you guys are all uh you are moderating. But yes, like, I'm telling you guys, if I want to go back into Erica's comment, she says, I'm going to take the leap and put $5 into realty income this week. I will not let I'm telling you, girl, fear. I talked about this. Oh my goodness. I don't know what video that was where I talked about being scared. I used to be really scared a lot. Like, a lot of things would scare me. Not like horror scared, but fearful. Like, I remember I was fearful to drive when I first started learning how to drive. Scared to drive. I was scared to give birth. I mean, rightfully so. I mean, I'm not going to fake the funk. I mean, rightfully so. But I was just fearful about it. I was fearful of letting my special needs son start school. Like, I'm fearful, just a lot of things. I was fearful over the pandemic. I mean, and so I really have gotten into a space in my life where when fear kind of comes, I have this filter over me now, spiritually, mentally. It has checkpoints that it has to kind of go through. And if it doesn't meet the checkpoints, I just move on to another thought. And it's been working. I also am a big fan of journaling. And like I said, I really consume my mental space with things that help me. Even if I'm just watching a movie or something. I love Squid Game, and it fascinated me. So, like, things like that. But like reality shows, I don't do anymore. I don't do anymore. Tasha, you've been getting them in Spanish, the bots? I didn't even know that. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. The bots. Goodness gracious. Chris said, come on, let's be petty. Thank you guys so much. Especially like as the channel grow. Um, when I do these lives, and sometimes they get here, and just don't want the mess. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's 8:36. Oh my goodness. See, I can be on these lives for a long time, just chatting. I love talking about investing. I love talking about finance and money, not in a way where I'm idolizing it, but in a way where I'm making it work for me, how we can make our money grow and work so we don't have to work so hard for it, or, like compromise our time or time with our children, our loved ones, because, we have to, constantly grind, right? Hey, Nora, how you doing, sis? Welcome. Hey, the Stock Explorer. So I think that's pretty much it. I hope that you guys enjoy the live. Like I said, I wanted to come on here and just talk about the housing market and the inflation challenge and just see how you guys are doing. And I'm glad that we were able to come on and chat and connect. I'm glad my voice held out because the post-nasal drip allergy life is real. And so I'm glad that you guys were able to join with me. I'm glad that you guys were able to, come on and we could just chit chat, laugh, be serious at times, and just really, go through this journey together because it is truly a marathon. This is not a sprint. You are not going to be rich by next Friday, okay? I'm telling you, we want to be rich by next Friday. Don't get me wrong, but we're not going to be rich by next Friday, okay? We want to be knowledgeable investors or just knowledgeable about our finances, period, with a T on the end, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you go and watch my previous video, the housing update, the second one of that series. I share all the numbers, like how much our budget is to buy the house, estimated closing costs, appraisal, down payment, inspection, all of that type of stuff. Projected rent we're planning on charging, our projected mortgage payment. So make sure you guys go and check that video out. I posted it yesterday, I think. And my next video is not until Sunday. Okay. So I am going to be busy this weekend. I'm going to a couple of open houses and I have a couple of one-on-one sessions. If you need extra help with investing or you just want to kind of talk to somebody in private, I'm here for you guys. Okay. Sometimes it helps to talk to somebody to really run things past someone else to see, am I doing it right? Do you have any suggestions? Things like that. So, again, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful night. And thank you for coming. Thanks to all of you for being here. Really, really do appreciate it, guys. Gab, Gab, I didn't know you were still here. I'm glad you're here, sis. I'm glad you're here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Rich. Look, I want to be rich by next Friday, but in reality, unless I have, oh my goodness, guys, somebody was just telling me about. Okay, I'm drawing a blank. It's late. Okay, it's late for me. Okay, I'm 37. I'm blaming it on my age. OnlyFans. Okay, I don't have an OnlyFans. Okay, nobody's gonna sign up for an OnlyFans with me talking about investing. Well, unless I, never mind. Okay, with the OnlyFans, maybe we could be rich by next Friday. Okay, but yeah, nah. You know what? I really wish OnlyFans was traded on the stock market. I would invest in that in a heartbeat because that stuff is really popular. Like people are talking about it at their offices, like undercover and stuff. Now, wait a minute, Chris, you'll be my moderator over there. Look, I may have to derobe and talk about stocks, okay? Bonds. And then look, see, look, maybe y'all. Now, seriously, like OnlyFans, like my husband gonna be looking at me like, girl. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Hey, Lynn, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget to hit the like. Have a great night, and I will see you guys in the next video on Sunday. Okay, so make sure you continue to invest. Don't let fear consume you, and make sure you track all of your expenses. That's where a lot of the holes lies. Okay, that's where a lot of the holes in your budget lies is in your expenses. Okay, them subscriptions, stopping in the drive-through, that's fine, but make sure you kind of write it all down so you can have extra money to invest. So with that, have a wonderful evening, Investy Besties, and I'll see you guys on Sunday, okay? Have a good one. Erica, Erica, stop. Now, see, Erica, now you know we're not going to be talking about investments, okay? We're not going to be talking about investments, Erica, okay? Look, we could have some extra money to invest, right? Right? Let me stop. Y'all will get me in trouble. Stop. My husband watches these videos. Have a good evening, guys. I'll see you later, all right? Have a good one. Bye-bye.